each and every one of these pairs to make a tangible difference in someone's life. And whereas Souls for Souls has earned glowing endorsements from Hollywood stars and professional athletes. But the people that truly make the nonprofit organization effective are those who clean out the closets, who personally drop off their new or gently worn shoes at participating locations. And whereas Souls for Souls, St. Andrew Lutheran Church, Marcy's Planet Shoes, Baptist Student Center, Catholic Campus Ministry, and the Southeast Missouri State University Souls for Souls on-campus student organization, to our gently worn footwear and donations to ship the shoes to a person in need, whether they are victims of a natural disaster or subject to living in extreme poverty. Now therefore be it resolved, I, Harry Rediger, Mayor of the City of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, do hereby proclaim March 26th through April 2nd, Souls for Souls Week in the city, and encourage all citizens to support the efforts of Souls for Souls that may continue to help communities all over the world with times of need. I thank all of you for what you've done in the past, what you're going to be doing in the next weeks as we move forward in Souls for Souls 2017. And is there a spokesperson here that would address what is really going to go on?
So,
All right.
My name is Shelby Walker. I'm president of Souls for Souls on campus. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be collecting shoes, boxing them up, and sending them to Nashville, Tennessee to be distributed throughout the U.S. and the world. Okay, great. And the dates, again, March 26th through April 2nd. Coming up. Got a picture?
If we could try to get everybody in the photo, could you take a couple steps to your left for me and swing up this way just a little bit? Come on. There we go. That's a big group.
In front of people?
Yeah, go, jump in there. Line up. Pretty sure
Just jump.
That's fine too. We'll work with it.
Can you get it?
Smile face, look at me. There we go. That's the spirit. Thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I'd like to ask Barry Hovis and his family to come forward. Come on. Come on. Thank you all for being here. And Barry, introduce your family.
I'd be happy to. On my far right over here is Ben Lawrence. That's my son-in-law. I have my daughter Anna, and then my daughter Erica, who's married to Ben, and my wife Laura. This here is my son Adam, and obviously you know who I am.
Absolutely. We had to, there was a presentation and a little ceremony previously, so this is coming back to Barry again after we confiscated it back from him from a previous
Much appreciated.
ceremony. But we wanted, for sure, to recognize Barry and his family for all of his years of service. And I've always traditionally recognized the spouse, very important part of any career, male or female, that throughout an entire career and all the family, the support that needs to be given to make the employee of any business a success. And I'll read this, but I was given a little cheat sheet on Barry Hovis, and after I read it, I said, I can't ad-lib this, I just got to read it. So here goes. Lieutenant Hovis served in a variety of capacities during his 30 years at the police department. He began his employment with us as a patrolman in 1986. A short 4 years later, he was assigned as a shift identification officer while in the patrol division. He received the local Optimist Club Outstanding Law Officer Award in 1993 for distinguished and dedicated service, advancing the respect for law objectives of Optimist International. In 1996, Barry was promoted to the rank of corporal, remained assigned to the patrol division. It was in 1997 that the Cape Girardeau Police Department began the rollout of the school resource officer. SRO program with the Cape Girardeau Public School District. Barry was instrumental in the success of our school resource officer program, being the first SRO appointed to the position in 1997. In a letter dated February 14, 2000, the principal of Central Senior High School wrote, "The greatest asset is Barry Hovis himself. Barry is a teacher, friend, helper, protector, good listener, and a person who is highly trusted and respected. Barry excelled in the SRO position and was always a positive role model for students around him. Barry was promoted to sergeant in December 2000, and in 2005 he was transferred to the Training and Community Affairs Division as the department's public information officer and training officer. He served in this position until his promotion to lieutenant in 2009, when he was appointed to the Operations Support Division, a position he held until retirement. For the past few years, Barry has overseen our jail, fleet, facility, and police uniform and equipment needs, as well as licensing. So in appreciation and recognition of over 30 years of loyal and faithful service to the city of Cape Girardeau, it was presented this 3rd day of March 2007 and represented this 20th day of March 2017 by the city of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, in honor of the retirement of Barry D. Hovis from service to the police department. Congratulations.
Great Sunday school teacher too.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Moore. Thank you.
Yep.
Congratulations. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Let's do about that. We gotta do about it.
We got a lot of empty chairs now, don't we? Communications and reports. I would report on my attendance both afternoon and evening at the celebration of the 10-year anniversary of the River Campus. It was a great event. Had quite a few Vincentians back who went to school there in years past from all around the nation. It was a great celebration, and it was a real celebration that this property that was deteriorating and empty and weed laden and probably rodent infested has come back to life. And we honored that it's come full circle, because it was a place of education and building youth to go out into the world, and it's back now. And River Campus, as we all know, has far surpassed any and all of our expectations. And we look forward to the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years as it continues to produce youth in our midst, and also give all of our citizens much entertainment as we move forward. It was indeed a pleasure to be a part of that ceremony, both afternoon and evening. Others? Shelley?
Yes, I would like to announce that SNAP is having a ladies' afternoon tea and sweets. It will be at Shawnee Center, and it's on April the 1st, 2017. Time is 2 to 4 o'clock. And they're asking if you would, wear your hats. Ladies, put your hats on. So they're asking you to come clean. No, I'm just kidding. Just see if you can come and make, you're welcome to come. They're serving food, and they're asking for a donation to help with their projects, okay?
That's no charge. just
No
after
charge.
purchase.
They're just asking for a donation once you get there.
Very good.
No men can go, just ladies.
Well, let me read this. Let me see. Oh, no, I don't think.
Tell you what, if you wear one of those hats, you could go.
You won't question too closely. Wayne, I want to, Mayor and council members want to mention the strategic planning meeting that took place on March 9th at the Lutheran Home. Thanks to Deputy City Manager Molly Hood for running that meeting. I thought it was a good success. Lots of input on three main issues: stormwater, roads, and street lighting. Definitely in that order, and I think definitely worth more attention as we go further on. So it's been an excellent opportunity, and I've received additional feedback from other members who attended or were not able to attend, but we appreciated the fact that we did hold it. Also want to remind people that the fundraising effort to provide canines for the department is ongoing. The latest, in addition to the Marco's Pizza and Chick-fil-A fundraising, is T-shirts. I believe there's still some available. I got mine today. Bark the Blue, which is a great T-shirt, and I would have brought my 7-year-old's too, but he's wearing it today. So, but I think there's still some of those available, and thanks to Rob Bressler and Associates for their participation in that. And you can always make donations to the Public Safety Foundation for that effort.
Okay, very good. Bob?
Yeah, I'm the liaison with Parks and Rec, and at our meeting this last week, I'd never seen this before, but it's a calendar which I put in each one of your mailboxes so you could kind of peruse it a little bit. It's 2017 calendar for tournaments and events in Cape. And if you'll notice, it goes by month, it lists the tournament, the host facility, the estimated number of teams, the number of participants, the number of spectators, hotel nights, hotel rooms, what the economic impact level is, and how often this event occurs. It was really amazing to me that when you look at all of the host facilities we have, the newest is the Sportsplex. I think there are 12 events on here planned so far in 2017 on our Sportsplex. I understand there'll be twice that many or more before the year's over, so they'll just add to this later. But as I looked at this, I went through and you'll notice that a lot of these have the numbers of participants or spectators are listed like 216 to 300 or 180 to 240. I took the middle number of all of those and I added them all up. What I came up with is that the events this year so far that are on this calendar, there are 1,675 teams involved, 48,145 participants, 35,260 spectators, 83 hotel nights, with a total of 7,195 rooms. If you don't think that's an economic impact to Cape Girardeau, I mean, it's just amazing. And I asked Julia if they'll put this on the website so that they can update it and the public can look at it and see just what Parks and Rec does for our city and for our area.
No question.
Think of the sales tax from meals and from everything else that goes on. It's just astronomical, and I haven't tried to put dollars to that, but it's a lot. This does not include any cheerleading events. There's going to be a lot of those. And all of these figures do not include any of the city leagues that go on besides just tournaments and other events. So it's amazing. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the Sportsplex is almost complete, 99-point-something%, I hear. The Ties and Tenny event, which you'll probably receive an invitation to, will be May 4th from 6 to 8. So we'll put that on your calendar, and you can wear like I said, you can wear your yoga pants and tennies and a shirt and tie. How's that? I don't get to do that very often, all right?
Proud to say I don't have any yoga pants.
You don't have any yoga pants? I don't either. In any event, there's a lot going on with Parks and Rec, and I just want everybody to see this and be aware of what impact it has. Scott,
Okay.
you're gonna wear that hat to that thing?
I was just afraid you'd go there.
Very good. Anyone else? Staff?
Just wanted to mention congratulations to our detectives and the major case squad and the 2 arrests and charges were made on the charge of murder on that 3/1 March 1st homicide, and just good work. And I know it was a lot of effort for a lot of people, but it's good to see the continuing run of those that have been solved.
Any comments there, Chief?
Just real briefly, where I came from in Texas, when we had a homicide, it was usually us 6 detectives that worked it. And just to see the coming together of our major case squad, where as soon as we have a homicide, we immediately fill the room with 30+ detectives that are just dedicated to working around the clock to get that done, is just a testament to the partnerships that we have here in Southeast Missouri. And we couldn't get it done without the help of all the agencies that are involved in that. So just a big thank you to all of our partner agencies for helping us bring some resolution to that.
Very good. Thank you, Chief. Anything else? Okay, we have 2 public hearings tonight. Number 1, a public hearing to consider the proposed voluntary annexation of property located at 484 Limbaugh Lane into the city limits, as requested by Thomas Drew Fitzgerald and Barbara Ann Fitzgerald, and the proposed zoning of the same property to R1 Single Family Suburban Residential District. Public hearing is open for anyone to address the council. Anyone to address the council on this issue? Seeing none, we will close this public hearing. No action tonight, council. Number 2, a public hearing to consider a request to rezone property at 201, 205, 207, 209, 211, 213, and 215 South Kings Highway from C2 to PD plan development, and for the approval of the application preliminary development plan for a proposed commercial development. Public hearing open. Anyone to appear before the council? Anyone? Seeing none, council, again, as we did last time, we will need to continue this public hearing, as all documentation hasn't arrived yet. So we will continue that public hearing and leave it open. Anyone here to appear before the council on any item that is on the agenda? Okay, Eric, if you take us through the consent agenda.
Number 17-23, an ordinance amending Chapter 30, the Code of Ordinances, City of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, by changing the zoning of property located at 2640 Hopper Road in the city and county of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, from C2 to RUMD. An ordinance amending Chapter 30, the Code of Ordinances, City of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, by changing the zoning of property located at 2640 Hopper Road in the city and county of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, from C2 to RUMD. Number 17-24, an ordinance accepting a permanent water line easement from Cape Girardeau School District Number 63 for Cape Central Junior High School located at 205 Crothers Avenue in the city of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. An ordinance accepting a permanent water line easement from Cape Girardeau School District Number 63 for Cape Central Junior High School located at 205 Crothers Avenue in the city of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Number 17-25, an ordinance authorizing city manager to execute a state block grant agreement with the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for runway 2/20 partial overlay and rehabilitation at the Cape Girardeau Regional Airport. An ordinance authorizing city manager to execute a state block grant agreement with the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for runway 2/20 partial overlay and rehabilitation at the Cape Girardeau Regional Airport. Number 17-34, an ordinance amending Chapter 22 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Cape Girardeau, Missouri regarding solid waste and weeds. An ordinance amending Chapter 22 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Cape Girardeau, Missouri regarding solid waste and weeds. Bill number 17-37, a resolution authorizing city manager to execute a 4th addendum to the professional service agreement with Alliance Water Resources, Inc. for operation of the City of Cape Girardeau's water system.
Council, you've heard the consent agenda. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
So moved by Gunn,
Second.
seconded by Guard. Any discussion? Those in favor, aye. Those opposed? Number 11, bill number 17-35, an ordinance accepting 2 permanent utility easements from R.H. Montgomery Properties for property located at 2915 Cape LaCroix Road in the city of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. This will be the first read. So moved by Zero.
Second.
Seconded by Bowen. Any discussion? In favor, aye. Those opposed? Number 12, bill number 17-36, an ordinance appropriating funds from the general and airport funds for certain grant-funded expenditures for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2017, City of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, first read. Moved by Bowen and seconded by Guard. Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor, in both cases, it's 5% or less that is the city match, which are good terms on which to get a grant.
Good, moving forward. Those in favor, aye. Those opposed? Number 13, Bill number 17-38, an ordinance approving the record plat of Heritage Hills subdivision, first read. Moved by Guard
Second.
and seconded by Moore. Any discussion? Those in favor, aye. Those opposed? Number 14, an ordinance approving the record plat of Broadway development, first read. By Bowen, seconded by Fox. Any discussion? Those in favor, aye. Those opposed? Number 15, Bill number 17-40, an ordinance accepting a permanent access and utility easement from Norwald Inc. For the LaSalle Water Tank Project in the City of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, first read.
So moved.
Moved by Guard,
Second.
seconded by Moore. Any discussion? A step ahead in our water as it into the north side. I know there were several areas looking at pressure issues and future development out on that north side. That's a big step forward. Those in favor, aye. Those opposed? And council, we had removed item 16 from the agenda. So do we have any other business come before us?
Move to adjourn.
By Ben,
Second.
seconded by Guard. Those in favor, aye. Those opposed? We are adjourned.